Hello guys, and I'm sure you will agree that all of us have some special topics that we are ready to discuss forever. For some people, this can be their family or their job, or maybe something minor like your favorite food or the country you want to visit. I am Ukrainian, and for me, the topics that I am ready to discuss forever are destroyed Russian military objects and neutralized Russian generals. And today is the day. I'm happy to update you on the destruction of 3 Russian war aircrafts on Belbek airfield together with the Russian general. Let me tell you more in the video. My name is Anna and I vlog daily from Ukraine since the start of the brutal Russian invasion. So if you're new to the channel, you support Ukraine, please subscribe and help us fight against Russian propaganda and fake news. And my longtime friends, check your subscription status and hit notification button. So, you know that I provide you with updates from an ordinary Ukrainian perspective, but I'm also quite careful to tell you the things that are not verified yet. So, since the attack on Belbek airfield very temporarily occupies Crimea, I've learned that it's very likely 3 Russian Su aircraft were destroyed, but it was from Russian Telegram channels, and you never trust Russian sources even if they tell something that you like or you want to believe. And today, on the official press conference, Ukrainian Air Force officer supplied information that proves that 3 Russian military aircraft were destroyed on Belbek airfield. This Belbek name is the name of the river, might be even Crimean Tatar, because Crimea was designed by God to be a resort and not a Russian military base. But I hope very soon it will return back to normality, return back to Ukraine, and sometime soon Belbek will meet Ukrainian and international airlines, not the military aircraft from Russia, plus minus 3 already. And this is huge because you've noticed that we are able to destroy many of Russian jets, warships, air defense systems with minimum resources. So what we know here, there was 5 explosions, and that led to the destruction of 3 aircraft. But it is now proved from the satellite images and by the results of Ukrainian intelligence services too. But Russians share information from the places of explosion like crazy, which is not wise. Since the very start of war, we know you never share information like that. Remember to subscribe, demonstrate your solidarity with Ukraine, and see more of Russian jets, warships banned, and generals neutralized. Because from what we see and inside Russia, there are huge discussions that very likely one of their generals, another one, was neutralized because of his presence on the airbase in Belbek near Sevastopol. And his name is General Tatarenko. There are lots of his photos, there are lots of information about him, and that he was heroically hiding somewhere. But if you want to be alive and you're Russian and you're a Russian general, simply don't cross the border of Ukraine recognized in 1991. It is that simple. It's just like 1 minute tip. You don't need to do anything. Simply stay in your swampy Auckland and you will live as long as your health permits. So this is important that not only 3 aircraft, and there are many of the aircraft destroyed in the recent months, but 3 more, these are Sus, together with the general. I was trying to find out how many Russian generals were neutralized during this war in total. And I know that many, but not enough. Definitely the losses of Russian army are terrifying, and same among the generals, and in a couple of years they will simply behead all of their army, taking into account that more than 3,000 of their officers already successfully ended their operation in Ukraine. So we can literally see Russia destroying itself. But it's always like that. And with each month, there are more and more explosions inside Russian Federation, which is a sign that war returns back home. We all know where its home is. It's definitely in Russia, in Kremlin, and among all the people who support this unprecedented and totally irrational violence. Irrational sounds like Russian. Oh, is it a neologism that I have just created? So anyway, this attack took place on the 31st of January. A number of explosions were heard in other locations in Crimea because once again they've turned this beautiful Iceland with subtropical climate, with the sea, with the mountains into a military base for the orcs that they later sent to neutralize in the front lines of Ukraine. So if there are some Russians watching that, run! Ukraine is not your country. It will never be your country. And the way to survive is return back home. And if you really want to fight, there are lots of tasks you can fight for and lots of people you can fight against inside your country. So enough for your brutality and violence. Go and demonstrate that in Kremlin, you know? And as an ordinary Ukrainian, I'm super happy to update you on the news like that. -3 aircraft, -1 general, and in general, it seems fine for 1 week in Ukraine. Let me tell you more about such things because that's what I like. So perhaps that was an address to Ukrainian armed forces, but I wanted to say, let me know what are the topics you would like to discuss together, because I always read your comments and I get inspiration from your comments. So leave the ideas for my next videos in there. Tomorrow, I'm happy to update you with our NAFO initiative, but you can check that webpage already. And I'm super excited about this campaign because it is beautiful, it's important, and it's NAFO. And remember to subscribe to my Instagram, especially if you want to see more about Ukrainian life and Lutsk. Some of you miss that on my YouTube channel, so there are some points and blicks in my Instagram. Also, I have Threads, Twitter, and Discord community that you can always join. All the links that you need are below this video in the description. Thank you so much for buying me coffees, becoming my patrons. It is an honor and a blessing to have you in my life, and I'm really, really grateful. And also we have a beautiful merch shop with lots of nice and stylish reminders about Ukraine that work good as conversation starters, especially if people forget that we still need to win this war, and only united we can do it the best way and the fastest way. United we stand, and Slava Ukraini!